Maybe that's a game plan of theirs, I'm not sure. But it is Wolves, Ebinho versus MCES RayZiaaH. MCES, I should say. RayZiaaH in the red kit here, Ebinho in the white. RayZiaaH with the ball right now, trying to get things off to a good start. 2 legs, don't forget all these games are over 2 legs, so plenty of time for both sides to feel their way into the game as Ebinho tries to counter here. Brazil having a good time of it at the Copa America at the moment, into the final.
And not that, I guess, players don't need to do well at this tournament. There's some that have clinched a position for the FIFA E-World Cup, but both these guys aren't in that grouping. They need to get a win. They have to progress past the Swiss stage if they want to have that dream continue of being the best FIFA player in the world, being able to claim or have a claim for that title.
That's what I'm really interested to see. Is we've got a few key protagonists on the competitive FIFA scene so far this year. Is there going to be someone that comes out of the woodwork last minute that just makes a late claim and ends up winning the whole thing? I mean, it's possible. Of course, it's possible.
We saw that last year with someone like Webb. People didn't know much about him. He had a major run towards the end. Even you could make that argument with Rafsu, even though he's been around the FIFA community for some time, he wouldn't have been a favorite heading into playoffs.
RayZiaaH on the ball here on the edge of the box. Good tackle from Ruud Gullit. It's deemed a foul by the referee, so we're going to see RayZiaaH with a reasonably well-placed free kick, which I very much doubt Van Dijk will be taking. I think he's going to change that up. We might just have a little run over the ball with Van Dijk here, which he has done. Second dink up from Neymar on the volley. Well struck by Mbappe, but not good enough to challenge Van der Sar in goal.
And I like to see this usage of Van der Sar over and over again. It's been a change in the meta for this tournament in particular. We didn't see nearly as much Van der Sar early on in the year. We were still seeing Courtois, De Gea, Neuer, basically everyone else. We did see some Van der Sar, but people were mixing it up, even Yashin. But at this point, it seems like it's a Van der Sar show.
Chance here. Van Dijk heads away. Is the reason that we're seeing more icon goalkeepers to help with different defenders at the back, chemistry-wise? Or is it that De Gea is just not a favourite anymore, team of the year?
I think there's been a mix of getting the links and putting together the chemistry, but also that players have had more time at the competitive level and that this has become something that everyone's figured out, that you're getting a better overall package in terms of consistency with Van der Sar.
But not even the prime icon moments Van der Sar is the lower rated one, right?
They want those reactions. 89 overall, baby. To be fair to him, he gets off his line so quickly as well. If you're seeing goalkeepers come out in some of those 50-50 situations, he cuts those angles.
It's amazing, though, when there's literally, you know, oh, chance here for Eusebio. No penalty, says the ref. Yeah, when there's literally like 98, 99 rated goalkeepers available. Or whatever, I'm not, maybe not so high, 95 certainly with the likes of Team of the Season. Alisson, for example, I know a lot of people aren't a fan of, but they're choosing to go with an 89 rated player. So many stats left wanting. Neymar with a chance. Blocked by Maldini.
Well, stats aren't everything. It also comes down to height, comfort, and not every time do you feel like you get the upgrade that it says on that foot item.
Yeah.
Some of the Team of the Season foot items in particular that come out, they don't always fit into my squad that well. Statistically, they should, but something's lacking. I don't know if it's the positioning, the feel, the vibe, the energy.
Even though their individual stats in every department will be superior to another player.
Correct.
They just play differently. Fascinating. And it's the sort of thing you only really figure out from either practicing a lot yourself or watching the streams and the videos of people like yourself and the pros that make this content. Chance here, really good chance for Ebinho. Ronaldo doesn't take it on the left foot, takes it on the right, beats the keeper at the near post, 1-0 to the Brazilian.
And that's the bread and butter, mashed potatoes and gravy. Can you tell it's around dinner time? In that position, you've got a lot of time. You can wait for the goalkeeper to commit, and that's exactly what he does. Time green, near post, forget about it. Sorry, Van der Sar, nothing you can do in that situation.
Interesting. We see his Wolves teammate Fafilza coaching him there. Those of you that have looked on Twitter might have seen a video of Fafilza breaking out some dance moves and singing some beautiful lyrics. We'll have to try and find that video and maybe feature it in the stream at some point. I'm sure Fafilza would like that.
I actually haven't seen this video.
Oh, you've got to see it.
I'd like to see it.
Chance then for RayZiaaH to bounce straight back in this game. From kickoff here, Ronaldo into Eusebio. Neymar making some space. Van Dijk, I mean, everyone's using him and there's a reason. Is that an offside there? No. Still going here, keeps it in nicely. Defenders diving in, left, right and centre. And a penalty's been given away. I actually thought it might have been given away for the earlier challenge.
A bit of some good fortune there. The slide tackle was trying to block that shot. He ends up hitting the other player. He takes out a different attacking player that had nothing to do with the offensive sequence.
RayZiaaH then to level things up here. Half an hour gone. And it's saved. Big save from Van der Sar. Ruud Gullit letting his team down there. Still 1-0 to Ebinho. Can Ruud Gullit make up for his mistake? Vieira for RayZiaaH. Into Gullit. Mbappe. Ronaldo! Oh, off target.
If it was green, that's in the back of the net. Hands down, we'd be talking about an equalizer. So that might start to sit with him now. Missed penalty kick, missed opportunity. I talk about it all the time, but FIFA just doesn't forgive you for missing those chances.
It's got to be green, folks. As Gullit finds Ronaldo. Can Ebinho double his lead? Not right now. Eusebio goes up the other end. It's back and forth this game. Great ball in behind for Ronaldo to chase up against Da Costa. Still Ronaldo. Mbappe. Can he turn? Shoots. Yellows it, but it still goes in. 1-1.
And there's some relief. You see it. Let's head back for a second. RayZiaaH is saying, okay, we're back to being able to control our destiny a little bit. You hate when you have to start chasing a game and you feel like everything's against you, you're missing opportunities. Mentality-wise, you're shifting. And it's going to affect your gameplay.
Yeah, and he has created the better chances in this game. He's created probably 3 times the chances his opponent has. You know, Ebinho's been more prolific in front of goal, been more efficient with those chances, but RayZiaaH probably feels like he should be in the lead. But he's got it back to level playing field now, and we can go again as we approach the latter stages of the first half of this first leg. This is the 6th game in Swiss format. Both these guys with 3-2 record in their first 5 games. Havertz gets the shot away and the power is just taken off it after he gets a touch. Oh, it's a bad throw though from Van der Sar straight into the path of Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's also a bad pass, not able to find his teammate. And now it's maybe 1 or 2 attacks left of this half.
And we're seeing a bit of a difference as well between the team or the squad building, where RayZiaaH has gone with more of your classic proven players, where you're looking at an Mbappe, a Cristiano Ronaldo, Eusebio, maybe some of the older meta. Of course, we have Ruud Gullit, Vieira in the midfield. We see in Maldini. We see Alexandro. Just a lot of guys that we've seen time and time again. Not as many of the new Team of the Season foot items. I think the only new foot item he's using is the right back with Dumfries. Everybody else has kind of been proven as, ooh.
There it is. Neymar in from the left, puts it in to the far post and to the keeper's left. Great finish. You've got to say, Ebinho is taking his chances. He gets them, he puts it away. RayZiaaH hasn't done that. He's missed one of the easiest chances you can get in football, the penalty kick. Look at this first time finish. Keeper just took a little step to the near post, which made it difficult for him to recover.
I like your word association, prolific. Definitely been more efficient in front of the goal. But I was saying we basically have a classic squad building session with what you're seeing on RayZiaaH's team. And then you have more of the, I guess, new meta, new inclusion of Team of the Season foot items. With Ebinho, where you have the likes of a Havertz and just the upgraded items that have become more of the standard now at this point. And some of that's about practice. Who are you using at home? Who do you have access to? Who do you feel most comfortable with?
If you're just watching at home now and you're wondering if you've got a problem with your television screen, no, they are lasers that are coming down from the sky. And if you see the wider angles, I'm sure you will at some point, it's actually very impressive. It's a kind of Mission Impossible type setup when he tries to rob the vault and he has to kind of, there you go, you see what we're dealing with. Trying to break in. 2-1 to Ebinho. Ebinho in the white kit and RayZiaaH in the red. Only the first leg, plenty of time for RayZiaaH to get back in it. And he's probably been, I would say, on the balance of chances created, slightly better. And there's a chance here for him, got to put it away. Virgil van Dijk gets there. Ebinho looking to make it 3-1 here. Cross coming in from Neymar. Oh, there it is. Ronaldo rises like a
salmon.
And he heads it in like a
fish.
Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take that. It's kind of a make your own phrase game I'm playing here with Mike. I gave him a chance and he's gone with the word fish. Good header from Ronaldo. 3-1 now to Ebinho.
You wanted rises like a bee?
I was interested to see what you come up with.
I don't know. I wasn't ready for it. So I was like, you know what? Salmon and fish, I guess, is what we're going with today.
Yeah.
Probably should have went with a trout, maybe a different type of fish.
But he shouldn't have gone with a fish because
it's probably not rising like that. I mean, I wanted an airplane. I wasn't ready. You put me on the spot.
Yeah.
I was still had fish in my mind right
he
now.
rose like a salmon, so he got the fish bit covered. Then its head's like it's something that head stings.
Yeah, I know, but that's just where I was at. I was still thinking about fish after salmon. Remember, I told you I'm hungry. It's around dinner time.
Okay. Well, if we can get this man some salmon or any kind of fish, I think he'll be very happy with that. Mbappe! Ooh, just wide.
Similar story. Still not finishing.
Not green.
Not green.
Ebinho then is looking much more deadly with every attack. You have to say, in contrast to his opponent here.
I'm not sure Ebinho's missed an opportunity yet. I think he's shooting 3 for 3 at the moment.
You've got to ask serious questions about the Van der Sar, who's between the sticks for RayZiaaH. He's not doing the same job that Ebinho's Van der Sar is, who's not only stopped a few shots, but he's saved a penalty, of course. Or it could be a penalty here, in fact, and it is. And it's Paolo Maldini who's giving it away, and RayZiaaH has already missed the penalty. Now he could be about to concede one. If he does, it will be 4-1, and it will start to look very good for Ebinho, who, if he wins this game, sails through to the knockouts. Here we go then. Ronaldo to take. Up against Van der Sar, down the middle. Job done, 4-1. The game's not over yet, but he's looking very good, Mike.
And RayZiaaH's got to get something sooner than later. He cannot leave this at 4-1 heading into the second leg. At the same time, he doesn't have to make crazy adjustments, but he has to pick up his play. He has to be better in front of the goal. He has to be more clinical.
Yeah, it's not working for him right now. He's not had that same... don't want to use the word efficiency again. What Ebinho's shown is that kind of... I
was going to say poise.
Poise is a great word. He's been so kind of deadly in front of goal. And that's what you've got to be at this level when you get your chances. They're going to come at a premium. You're not going to get many of them. And if you miss a few, he starts to, like you say, starts to play on you, start to think about it. If you miss a penalty as well, it all adds up. He's going to get a free kick here, though. Really important for RayZiaaH to start to use these chances now. And you've got to get past Van Dijk at the back. That's the biggest problem. He's everywhere. You can see him ready to pounce. He's hit it direct. Can't find the target. Van Dijk is the man of the moment, but I'm not sure if he's got that in his locker.
With all the options you have in terms of who could take your free kicks, Virgil van Dijk just doesn't match up as the best available. Maybe there's a story behind that.
I think there's either two things that have happened there. Either he's panicked and he's forgotten to change it, or he's thought he doesn't expect me to shoot at Van Dijk, tried to caught him off guard, but it didn't work, obviously, because he didn't even challenge the keeper. Mbappe goes back to Dumfries here. Nice from him. Lovely passing, but he needs goals. Mbappe into Eusebio. Can he find Hullet? He does. Hullet to get a shot off from the La Croqueta. Does one too many. As Patrick Vieira slides in the way of the ball, and then Van der Sar perfectly predicts where the shot was going to go. Hullet. Ronaldo. Neymar into Cristiano Ronaldo. Havertz, the breakout star of this tournament, arguably. Hullet. Ronaldo. It's good. It's great. Neymar still. Vieira, no rush here from Ebinho, who's got the 4-1 lead. He gives the ball away, though. Eusebio needs to get some support up with him. And now the Reds can move forward for RayZiaaH. Ronaldo on the left up against Da Costa, cuts inside. Beats Van Dijk with a pass. What you've got to find a way. When I play against Van Dijk, and I'm playing, I just think I just try and circumvent him. My attacking strategy is to avoid him. And then I just adapt based on that.
That's how I feel going up against Ruud Gullit.
Yeah.
When I go into a match, close opportunity. When I go into a match and I see my opposition has Ruud Gullit in the midfield, I absolutely try to pass around him.
Yeah.
Any way that I can have a 50-50 that does not challenge Ruud Gullit, I want to avoid, because I just never win that situation.
No. And that's why he's picked. That's why everyone's putting him in his team, because he's so hard to come up against, as is Van Dijk. When you've got a combination of players, the team's borderline unbeatable unless you're coming up against someone just as good.
And Van Dijk has that similar feel to Ruud Gullit in the midfield, just as a center back, where he almost hovers around you. Just can't get through him. You can't get around him. You can't get past him. He always recovers.
Chance here for RayZiaaH, getting forward with Ronaldo, pass into the box for Messi! Straight off the bench, got to go in, and it is in, and it's 4-2. And could that be a glimmer of hope for RayZiaaH? Messi making an immediate impact.
It's definitely a lifeline, and he has to think to himself, finally. And he still missed the initial finish.
Yeah, you've got to ask yourself, you've got 99 rated Messi, and he's not putting that in.
On his dominant foot.
I'd be annoyed about that. I'm happy Ronaldo was there to pick up the scraps, but I'm still asking questions. There's still going to be an investigation of some sorts. 4-2.
The Messi scandal on finishing.
Yeah.
The finishing Messi scandal.
You've got to put them in at this level. And that's a bad pass. And is Ebinho starting to throw it away here? Gets away with it in the end.
I'll tell you what, I don't want to put the curse of a commentator, but if RayZiaaH is able to grab one more goal, he has to be carrying that momentum going into the second leg.
Could be Ebinho here, though. And what's going on with the keeper? For me, that should be saved. Curse the commentator, you were saying?
Perfect timing. On cue.
I mean, we talked about Ebinho taking his chances. That one, in my opinion, had no right to even go in. I think it may be a bit of unnecessary keeper movement. I'm not sure what it was. He looked a little bit wrong-footed, Van der Sar.
I will say this.
It's actually an amazing finish, to be fair.
I was going to say, that's in the corner, but I will say this. On the defensive side of things, RayZiaaH's mistakes have been major. Serious errors. We talk about the keeper not helping him out, but, I mean, we're shooting from 7-8 yards out most of the time. And
when you couple defensive errors with, you know, missing your chances going the other way, you're going to struggle to win. Havertz trying to get the shot off on the right foot. Yeah, I mean, you know, at this level, they say defence wins championships. Very, very rarely do we see someone win a big competition like this and not have a rock-solid defence. And that's not something that can be said for RayZiaaH right now. These guys both had a good tournament so far. They're 3-2 going into this. Winner goes through. Loser has another go next round.
With FIFA, I look at it as the big three. Defense being number 1, number 2 being composure, number 3 being clinical.
Is that something you've always said, or you just made that up now?
No, I've always said this. 2 C's and a D.
2 C's and a D.
Yeah, my mom wouldn't be happy with that mark in school.
It's also what you got for your GCSEs, I was going to say. No, okay, so your 2 C's and a D, I like it. Okay, so, but the D is the most important, defense.
If you can't stop somebody from scoring, you're going to be in trouble. And I feel like good defense starts offense, solid offense. A good example of somebody like that would be if you're looking at an MS Desari. So gifted on the defensive end, especially with his micromanaging of players, that it makes a lot of his attacks easier.
Ebinho could put a nail in the RayZiaaH coffin here if he can get a 6th. Or will RayZiaaH go up the other end and give himself a little bit of a chance to come back in his second leg? Great touch from Messi, showing what Messi can do. Can he get this shot off on the left foot? Is that a penalty? Referee says no, I think it's a corner. But Messi showing very Messi-like characteristics there of his dribbling and his drop of the shoulder, but unable to close the deal.
The first touch was clean. It was crisp. He exploded into space, but all he got from it was a corner kick.
What can he do with this corner kick? There's not going to be many chances left in this first leg here. He's going to go into the box from Eusebio, headed away, of course, by that man, Virgil van Dijk.
3 goals is still a big demand in terms of creating a comeback.
Eusebio into Hullit's feet. Back to Eusebio. Ronaldo, can he get it in? Vieira. Messi's been trouble-making since he came on. Could be a goal. What a block in the defensive end there. And Messi, he made a difference. He did make a difference, but not enough of a difference for RayZiaaH to feel like this game's there for the taking. He needs a big second leg. What was your main takeaways from that game?
All comes down to being able to finish. And also the defensive area.
Up against Zidane. So all those games, maybe with the exception of the Levy game, which is 4-0, all could be salvageable for the team that's behind. A couple of draws in there as well. But we're going to concentrate still on this Ebinho RayZiaaH game for now, which is 5-2 to the Brazilian. Hullit on the ball here. Vieira switches over to what I imagine is flashback Alexandro at left back. I've got him in my team myself, linking with my 94 rated Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar, nice, but Van Dijk comes through again, and what a player he is. Probably for me, the 2 standout performances today have been Kai Havertz and Van Dijk.
It's a good pairing. I'll take that in my starting 11 every day of the week. And we haven't seen changes from either party here heading into the second leg. Ebinho, why would he make a change? And then RayZiaaH, I think he believes it's too early. You got to think he made enough chances to put himself into the game in the first leg. Yeah, he didn't convert.
If he takes them this time, the game's going to get very interesting very quickly.
We never really saw Ebinho under pressure either because he was always ahead.
That's very true. Ronaldo on the ball. Into Neymar. Gets it back. Ruud Gullit. Bit of space and time in the middle for RayZiaaH, who hasn't got a lot of time, in fairness. He needs 3 goals. He needs them fairly fast. I would suggest if he concedes 1, in this game to Ebinho, it might be too much to come back from. He needs to keep that clean sheet defensively. But it is Ebinho on the ball getting forward. Good tracking back from Dumfries at right back. Throw in for RayZiaaH. Dumfries to the big Dutchman Van Dijk, to an equally big Dutchman Ruud Gullit. Vieira. Alexandra on the left. Nice little disguise. Inside now. Ronaldo finds Gullit. Bit of momentum here for RayZiaaH. Gets the shot off. Forces the save from Van der Sar corner. Is he going to whip this one in, or is he going to knock it short to Mbappe? Can Mbappe deliver? Flicks it up. Crosses it in. Looking for the header from Ruud Gullit, which is good, but not good enough to beat the icon goalkeeper.
And we're telling a similar story. Making opportunities, not scoring those opportunities.
It was a reasonably good opportunity. It wasn't one you look at and you think this is going in. You know, you can tell.
It wasn't a sure thing.
No.
But is it possible to score from there? Yes.
Yeah, worth the delivery. Worth the delivery. Chance here. Good. Virgil van Dijk intercepts it like he does. And he's able to start a newer chance for a counter-attack for RayZiaaH here. Mbappe, step overs for days. Can't keep the ball, though, against his PSG teammate, Neymar. Neymar now goes inside to Vieira. Back to Neymar. Gullit. RayZiaaH very patient in possession, but he needs goals. Still Neymar. Gets it over to Eusebio. Advantage being played. Is he going to take it? No, he's going to continue. Shot off from Neymar. I thought the keeper was dumbfounded there. I thought that was going to nestle in the bottom corner, but it was wide.
At 3 different times in that sequence, I expected him to shoot. He had me faked out. I went for the Cruyff turn. Almost fell off the stage. Do
you think he should have taken the advantage there and got the free kick?
He should have been more direct immediately after the advantage. Should do one skill move and a shot.
Chance here for Mbappe. Good footwork. Got to be a goal. Better. It wasn't a perfect finish. It wasn't in the corner, but at least he took it first time, beat the keeper.
He's making it interesting.
He is.
You're right, though. This is right down central. Keeper should do better there. That should be a save.
It's one of those where the keeper's moving momentum-wise to the near post, and it's so hard to then switch back. But that's what's happening with some of Ebinho's goals. Even though his finishing maybe was a little bit more, shall we say, upper echelon, he took him first time. And when you take things first time, it causes problems for the defenders and the goalkeepers. You're not allowing the Van Dijks to get set and put up that wall.
And this starts to paint a picture. One more goal from RayZiaaH. Game on, and Ebinho's under pressure. And anytime you feel like you're blowing a game or you gave up a lead, you want to talk about a mentality shift?
Mm-hmm. He can't afford to let Ebinho score here, though. It's just too easy. It's cheap. That's what that is, Mike. We said he needs a clean sheet. We said we couldn't really afford to concede. And from kickoff, he's let him walk for his defence. He's going to be devastated about that.
He got an instant reply. His text message was not left on read.
Swift reply there. And so Ebinho back in the driving seat with the 3-goal margin. So we're going to stick with this game for now. He's still in a position where, you know, RayZiaaH could get back into this. He's creating the chances. He's got to keep taking them. Neymar. And he's got to sort his defence out, in fairness. Mbappe makes some space. Crosses it in. Ruud Gullit protects that box beautifully. Now Ebinho going again. One more goal I think would definitely seal the deal for him. Dumfries stepping up and getting the ball back for his team. Vieira holding on to it. Ruud Gullit finding Neymar. He gives it to Mbappe on the right side. Gullit to Vieira. How many times a game do we see that pass made? Gullit to Vieira, Vieira to Gullit. It's a constant source of creativity for the midfield. Eusebio. Neymar hits it first time on the left foot. It wasn't green, and it wasn't going to go past Van der Sar.
I don't know if we've seen a green time finish from RayZiaaH yet over 2 legs.
And that explains the story, really, of the matchup in terms of chances taken. Mbappe, nice turn from him. Eusebio. Oh, Gullit let that go. I think he got a little niggle from someone behind him.
Yeah, RayZiaaH's build-up play has been wonderful. Great combination between the skills, the patience, just clever passing, getting to the right areas on the pitch, but he's lacked the finishing, and defensively, the margins on some of the errors, just way too major errors. They're not minor ones. I don't know if you've heard the saying, you have a defense that bends but doesn't break. His defense is broken.
Yeah, it's a problem. You can't really be affording to concede 6 goals and expect to win. It's obviously been done. People often do it in these high-scoring encounters, but you want to take more pride in your defence than that.
They're just too easy of goals to concede.
Chance here, though. Eusebio unleashes Neymar. Neymar back to Eusebio. He finds Ronaldo. Ronaldo, oh, it's very good recovery defending from Da Costa. Although he's given the ball away straight away, Eusebio, showing a few signs of maybe a few seeds of doubt in his Wolves team here. Vieira, good pass into Ronaldo, flicks it back to Neymar. Two players on different wavelengths there, but they still keep it. Hullet into Vieira, lovely little disguised pass. Vieira with another one to Ronaldo here. Ronaldo, can he deliver? Can he get it back across? He does. He finds Havertz, who beats his man. Right foot, near post. It's a lesson in finishing from Ebinho. And RayZiaaH needs to start taking notes.
We can call him Dr. Ebinho. He's putting on a clinic. He's not missing any opportunities. Every time he's got a 1v1, we know where it's heading.
Yeah, it's very, very good finishing from the Brazilian. And RayZiaaH looking like he's going to have to go again. If he loses this, he'll go to a 3-3 record, meaning he'll have played the maximum possible games today, which is 7, and he'll have to win the final one to go through. Whereas Ebinho will be booking his spot in the last 32.
There you see it. Two shots, 2 goals. And if you go to 7 games, it builds character.
But did you see that from RayZiaaH? 8 shots. I think only 4 on target, 1 goal. It's really not good enough against the player of Ebinho's standards. And let's forget, he missed a penalty as well. If you're going to struggle to convert chances and you get given what is essentially a free goal, and we all know it's a little bit harder than that, but it's the best chance you can have, and you don't take it, you're in trouble. Pele's come on, placing Neymar. 7-3 to Ebinho here. Good interception from that man. Vieira. Havertz. Ronaldo. Hullet, step over, lovely, beats his opposite number. Ronaldo gets it to Pele. Ebinho playing with a spring in his step right now. Pele doing all kinds of things. He's just come off the bench. He's fresh as a daisy. But Dumfries gets back. Now Mbappe can try and start this miracle comeback for RayZiaaH, which I'm not sure is going to come. Vieira. Ronaldo. Chance! Oh, Havertz hits it first time, and we've seen him go in. Van der Sar catches that one gratefully. But gives it straight away, RayZiaaH. It's like he doesn't want to get back in this game. 7-3 to Ebinho.
Well, you almost wonder if he's shifted off. He's already thinking about the next match.
Well, look at this. It's got to be a goal. It's going to be... No, Van Dijk was beaten. Havertz got another go. Almost an open net. Can't keep the header down. I don't even think Ebinho needs another goal, but one more would definitely finish him off. It would be game over. And RayZiaaH would have to go into that 3-3 matchup. Sandro. Ronaldo into Vieira, running forward here. Hullet, Mbappe. Eusebio. Chance! Oh, maybe he should have taken that first time on the left foot. Even though he greened his attempt, he didn't get it off. Oh, good tackling. Do you not think, trust the left foot there of Mbappe, go for the near post finish?
Well, it's easy for us to say in hindsight 2020. We see how he defended. It's all about trying to be deceptive on the offensive end because there's so many 50-50s. We've talked about it before, but kind of rock, paper, scissors situations on the turns and the skills. What is somebody anticipated? What is somebody expecting you to do? And what's going to be difficult to adjust to? What's going to be out of the ordinary? Sometimes even being simple can be out of the ordinary.
Free kick here for RayZiaaH, which he really needs to do something with if he's going to get back in this, and he's failed to do that. And now Ebinho can come at him again with Alexandra on the left. Both players using Sandro. Ronaldo. Given away. Ronaldo. Havertz scored a goal. Flicked up by Ronaldo. And you can see that Ebinho's starting to bring out that Brazilian flair. He feels confident. I think he believes that this game's done. And it probably is.
He's ready to celebrate in style that he's going to be moving on to the second portion of the tournament, basically, getting into the knockout rounds.
Which is something that both these guys need to do if they've got any chance of reaching the FEWC. And they haven't secured that scarf yet, as we've seen a few people pick up already today.
Yeah, both of them are going to be looking for dream circumstances. You got to say they got to finish top 4 to give themselves a chance to slide into that final top 16 overall in the Global Series rankings.
Some of the football here from Ebinho is fantastic. Great footwork from Pele, who's looked very good since he came off the bench. He's playing his passes, and his attacking movement is a little bit slicker right now than RayZiaaH's. He looks a bit more fluid in attack. as Alexandro finds Hullet for Ebinho. Vieira into Havertz, who comes deep for it. Pele now that man on the ball. He's looking dangerous. Ronaldo for the 1-2. Can Pele get it across? Maldini recovers very well indeed. RayZiaaH's 52% possession is not reflective of the way the game's going. The defence of Ebinho has been solid, more or less. Only conceded the 3 goals, scored 7. There's a run there. He's gone high. Interesting choice. Havertz tries to head it back. And now we go again with RayZiaaH, who's in desperate need of a goal. Very, very quickly. Game's getting away from him. Alexandro gets it a left back, straight into the feet of Ronaldo. Lovely little flip-flap from Ronaldo. Oh, it's a chance though for Ebinho. He's managed to get away with that ball over the top. Ronaldo beats his man. And Van Dijk taken on. So strong. So solid. Crew.
I tell you, when a Van Dijk makes a tackle, even if it's all clean, all ball, it just feels like your leg's going to get broken. Some power behind it.
Neymar turns back, finds the right back. Dumfries who's getting forward now. He needs to commit bodies. Neymar's going to get on the end of that potential penalty. Still Neymar. Keeps it alive. Unnecessary skill and back heel. Hullet gets the shot off. Surely at some point, RayZiaaH's got to hit that.
When things aren't going well, you start to second-guess yourself, Spence. That's what we're seeing in the second leg. We had a little bit of momentum when he scored the opening goal. After conceding, though, it's been all Ebinho. Ebinho's brought out some of the skills, the flicks, like you said, the Brazilian flair. And at the same time, you almost feel like RayZiaaH has given up for this game. He's already focused on game number 7. The what's the saying? The sudden death.
Yeah, elimination game. He will have to face that. Ebinho will not. He's booked a spot in the last 32 now with this performance. And it has been a decent performance. He's shown a few frailties, a few vulnerabilities, but generally he's been superior. It's an interesting choice there. I thought he was going to go for the finesse. Instead, he opened up for the chip pass, which maybe would not be a decision he would have made in a different circumstance. Havertz. Again, he's playing a lot more over-the-top balls than I think he'd normally do. Hullet into Eusebio. Looking for the 1-2, but he goes to Vieira instead. Great tackling from Patrick Vieira. Ronaldo. 7-3 here is going to be all she wrote in this game, at least for RayZiaaH, who will get another chance. Eusebio. Ronaldo, can he get a consolation goal? It won't help him. Ooh. Oh, that's lovely skill, though. Oh, he's got to finish it. What a tackle there. Sticking a foot in. And Da Costa keeps the ball here for Ebinho as we're about to finish the game. Time's up. Referee blows the whistle. Solid, solid win for the Brazilian representing Wolves. He's through. Ebinho has made it through. He's got a little bit of a job to do still tomorrow, next few days, if he's going to get to the FEWC. But